Why spend $110 on a jersey when you can buy them for $35 at thejerseygod.com? All sports available, worldwide shipping, link in the description.
What's going on, guys? It's LQG, and today I'm back with another video. So today we have for you guys NBA Legends pick the greatest dunker in NBA history. Make sure to let me know down in the comments below who you think the greatest dunker is in NBA history and why. I'll be reading through all the comments, so I'm really interested to see who you guys have to say. Also, leave a like on this video. Let's see if we get 100 likes. And make sure you subscribe to the channel to catch all the new content. We are releasing daily videos for the rest of 2021, so you don't want to miss out. With that being said, let's get an NBA Legends pick the greatest dunker in NBA history.
So, Doc, I'll ask you, who's the greatest dunker of all time? And you can qualify this any way you want. You could be in dunk contest, in-game dunks. I mean, and don't be bashful. If it's you, we can certainly understand.
No. Well, I think Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, you know, the 30,000 points that he scored, different than Dominique, who shot a whole lot of jump shots. A lot of them were dunk shots. And, you know, people really don't give Wilt enough credit, and the big guys like Shaq and Kareem enough credit or enough conversation. You know, it's almost like the NBA started in 1990 instead of 1946. But Wilt, you know, he posted numbers when he retired. He was the greatest scorer of all time, and he imposed his will night in and night out in that little skinny lane. You know, I mean, he could dunk from outside the lane because they had the skinny lane, and I would put Wilt as the #1 dunker.
Who's the most stylish dunker of all time, Doc?
It's between Neek and Vince.
Oh, really?
And not Neek because he's here, and you can't leave Michael out of the conversation, but with all due respect to Michael and Dominique, some of Vince's dunks were just incredible.
Steve, start with you.
It's such a hard question because there's so many different kinds of dunkers. Dominique was a 2-footed dunker. Doc was more 1-footed. My favorite dunk of all time was Doc on Michael Cooper. I was watching the game live. I was a Laker fan, and I remember just sitting in my living room, my jaw just dropped. Like, I couldn't believe what I had just seen. But these two guys are right there with Michael. I guess I'm taking the easy way out here. I don't know how you decide between all these guys. Michael's dunk against the Knicks along the baseline was also an immediate thought, you know, when you think greatest dunks ever.
Neek?
I would venture to say Doc, because every kid growing up in my era wanted to be Dr. J. He kind of set the stage for what guys do today, like myself, because there's a lot of dunks that he did that players today still can't do. And the way he did it, you know, I never seen nobody go around the backboard on the other side, come back and finish and dunk it in traffic. I mean, look at the dunk against Bill Walton. You know, Bill Walton was one of the great shot blockers. I mean, he had no chance of blocking Doc's shot. So I would say he's the best of all time.
Well, I think if you're going to go by dunk contests and actual in-game dunks, I'd have to put Doc at the top of the list because obviously we got the classic slam dunk from back in the day. But when you look at highlights, you're like, he just dunked on somebody like that? And Dominique has some great ones. Vince has some great ones. Michael's has some great ones. But the overall slam dunk, in-game dunks, I don't think anybody had a more complete picture than Doc.
Kenny?
Well, being a dunk connoisseur, I would break it down like this.
Spell that, tough guy.
Yeah, I'll spell it.
Spell connoisseur right now.
I'll spell it like this. Dominique was the best tip dunker that I ever seen. Like, so if you missed a shot, the heads had to watch out because
He come flying in.
yeah, there's certain guys that would dunk on you, but certain guys can go get it off misses and still have that ferocity, and he had that. You want me to spell that too? Just
You ain't spell the first one. Come on, spell it, tough guy.
Every word that got 3 syllables I gotta spell.
Boy.
But anyway,
Spell it, tough guy.
So anyway, he had the most ferocity. I would say the most appropriate dunker in game was Michael. I thought that in the game and key moves and key moments, I thought he had those that are signature. You know, his dunks were, you know, down 3 with 30 seconds to go to get you back in the game. They weren't just freelance. I think Dr. J is is the king of it. He made it stylish, and he made people want to do that. So if you had to go in that tier, and Vince Carter kind of is looking outward to me on that tier of guys because he had the luxury of looking at those three.
Took the easy way out, man. I like how you put it. Obviously, I'm too young to have witnessed Doc. I have to go with Neek, MJ, and Vince. I mean, those three.
And I took the easy way? I thought you were going to say Robert Packard.
The only way. You didn't let me finish.
Okay, I thought you were going to say
That's the way the show works. Go ahead, you can finish now.
Obviously, MJ, Neek, and Vince, the best slam dunk contest dunkers, best in-game dunkers. But I have to go with Vince as the best because obviously I witnessed him every night and saw what he did. Just some of the creativity that he had on opposing players on their heads. So I go with my cousin.
He was born in 79. That's fair. That's fair.
He was a bad boy, and he brought a lot of creativity and power on.
No, the difference was, I know Vince was great.
Yes.
But you know how when guys dunk and they scream, and they dunk? The difference with Neek, the opposing guy was screaming. That was, I'm dead serious, man. The other guys that was the difference between Dominique and
1A, 1B, 1C.
Did you scream that? Did you scream that night you got out of the way of Dominique? Remember the night that you went up with Neek, and then were you screaming when you backed off?
Let me tell you something. That's just tell you the genius of Charles Barkley. When you're making a bad decision, then right in the middle of it, you make a proper decision and just get out the way. You have to get out the way. My brain was working in the heat of the moment, Ernie. That's not easy to do.
Ernie, I tell you what made it more satisfying, and I heard when we were dunking on people, is that big guys love to block shots.
Sure.
They wasn't taking charges. They were challenging your shot. So it was more satisfying to catch a Robert Parrish or a Moses Malone or one of those big guys who like to go up and challenge. It was no better feeling.
Mm-hmm. Smitty, the definitive answer is coming right here.
The Mount Rushmore of dunkers are right here. You talk about Neek and Dr. J, and obviously Michael. And Vince, the new age coming up, but I think that had the most impression on me was Dr. J growing up. And then 1B is Dominique. Dominique's the reason why I wore number 21 in college, because of Neek. And so these two sitting right here, not because they're sitting here, because of my era. I was born a little bit after you, 79. You was born in 79, I'm 69. Dr. J made the dunk for everybody. Well, that's why we're talking about, because of Dr. J. So, that's the Mount Rushmore. Doc is in this stratosphere by himself.
Yep. Yeah.
Should we have mentioned David Thompson in this?
Oh, without question.
Yeah. What we sure should.
But I, Neek
Definitely.
is that guy that I tried to emulate growing up. So Doc is in his own class.
Y'all both black.
I'm a little caramel, Neek a little darker.
Okay.
The godfather of the dunk right here.
Hey, thank you, Ernie.
Doctor, it's great having
Yes. I think we're done.
Just about, yeah.
Can I add one thing?
You may.
So, I think that with the conversation about dunks and elevation of status, when you're in the playoffs every year, and the playoffs are a different stage. So if you have guys who never get to the playoffs, they might never get their props if they go to the playoffs once or twice during their career. I was fortunate enough, ABA and NBA, to go to the playoffs every year and go to 6 different championship series, 4 in the NBA and 2 in the ABA. So I got a chance to showcase my talent, on a world stage, not necessarily with the ABA. It was sort of like a semi-world stage, but still a world stage. And if you pull off plays and you make highlights during that time, it makes an indelible impression on people that lasts through the decades. So I had a little advantage in that department. And then we got to get Tracy brought up to speed.
So that's it for this video, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. Like I said at the beginning, we're releasing daily videos for all of 2021, so you don't want to miss out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.